How to get rid of anxiety. Just do the opposite, alright? I've been had it, so I could teach it now. So for an example, I had it when I was in school. And if you're in school and you got anxiety, I'm gonna make another video just for y'all. But just for everybody, all the grown-ups listening to me. I had anxiety once, right? And then I just did the opposite. Like I used to cry and shit. But I did the opposite. I started laughing. Like whenever it started hitting, like you just feel it. There's a lot of people that y'all's hearts start beating so fast. People just get nervous and then they break down, and then they know that people are around them. Like me, I was in school, I had anxiety, and then whenever it was hitting, like I was like, damn, there's no way I'm the only one that feels like this in the world, right? And then I did the opposite. Instead of crying and just being so nervous, I manned up. Like I was in the restroom, I was looking at myself. I didn't want to go to class because of that class. There was a girl in there and she gave me so much anxiety. And then I was in the restroom. I was only gonna cry because of how intense I was feeling. I was feeling so nervous, like just me walking through the door and everybody looking at me because I was late and shit. And that's how dangerous anxiety could be. It's a little thing that you make huge. So how to defeat anxiety? Like an example, instead of crying, instead of trembling, instead of like fight that urge. Like how I said, I manned up. I was gonna cry in the restroom and then I manned up. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna walk through those doors. Whoever looks at me, I'll be like, hey, what up, bitch? You know what I'm saying? And then that's what I did. I walked into class. I looked at everybody. I walked in. I looked at everybody in the eyes. And then they didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck about me. And then I just wouldn't go sit down. And that's when I noticed, I'm like, what the fuck is all this pressure that I have out of nowhere? That's just anxiety. It's something that you make big. It's a little thing. Like I was just nervous about her. And then fuck that bitch. I had to cut her off. Cause she had anxiety too. And then I had anxiety. And then we both just fucked each other up. But she passed it down to me. That's the thing. Anxiety is contagious. You pass it down to people. So don't talk to people about anxiety. Don't tell them you got anxiety. That's anxiety A1. That's just for you. Anxiety only stands for you. So don't pass that shit on. Like for real. If you're in school, look at my next video. I'm about to make it right now. Alright? How to defeat anxiety. Just do the opposite. Like how I said, I was gonna cry, I was trembling. I started laughing, I started smiling. For the men out there, man up, quit having that shit. For a woman, it's different. If you're a woman, I'll make another separate video for a woman that have anxiety, because my girl at that time, she had anxiety, and I'm the one that healed it. But then, before I healed it, she passed it down to me, and it was contagious, it was horrible, it was such an ugly feeling of life. No kid should have to go through that because they don't have a school for this. All right, I gotta go. Look at my next videos. You're never alone.